So, a lovely day today. It's only -8. I'm very happy about it. It's not half the temperature that it was. The sun is out, it's gorgeous. And I think we could be going, -8, we could be going into melt mode with this sun out today if it warms up. So, good morning. I'm trying different thing today again. Oh, come on, Jackie. I'm going to go up here. Anyway. Come on, Jackie. Jackie! Come on, Jackie! Lost my dog. Ah, there is dog. Pet that dog. So, today, sunny, lovely. And it's only -8, I've just shown you. And what a glorious day it is. Whoever's online, hello. Whoever's not online, well, see you later. But, out for little walkies. Get the dogs out and about as usual up here where it's quieter and no cars about. As you follow these streams, you'll know that there is a commercial banya not too far away and it's causing traffic. So this comes down to urbanisation. This is what I've been going on about. One of the reasons why we're leaving here to avoid urbanisation. So. But it is a lovely day today. The sun through the trees is very nice, and it's all very gorgeous out here today. I'm hoping we're getting a decent signal. I'm hoping that a decent live stream today. I have, if you noticed, if you're following these live streams, I have dropped the bitrate down, so we've got down to 480. But the reason for it is because I'm going through a VPN, and when you go through a VPN, you lose a bit of the speed that you hope for, especially on a live stream. So there's no choice really. But so yeah, that's where I'm at with this live stream. And go through the forest here, through the forest road, and it's not snowing, but where it is, or is it snowing? Sorry, it is snow. I thought it was snow blowing off the trees. No, it can't be snowing. I think it's snow blowing off the trees. Don't know if you can see it, if you can catch it. Snow blowing off the trees. Don't know. I can see snow coming across, but I don't think it is snowing because the sky is gorgeously blue and the sun is out, and it would be a bit odd for snow. So I think it's not so much. New to live streams, if you're watching this on replay, wife's first video is out. I know I've said this on every live stream, but hey, you know what, she's my wife and I'm going to promote her. So her live stream, her video is out. So the first one out is called Wife's First Tour, and she filmed it for friends before we had the YouTube channel actually, and it's a reflective moment. I guess she's showing pride in what we've done. It's actually at the end of season 2 if you're following the build series. And it's her view on that, and then the very next video after that, they're only doing them, so we're doing them bi-weekly. They're not every week, they're only every other week, videos. And second one will be about a moment in spring. So it's when we arrived at the site for basically I'd been there in the winter and I put the foundation in with Valerie, my friend, what's like to know him. And then we went back in the spring last year to the timber was arrived, the building materials were arrived. It was just before it arrived, and she did a little walk through the piles, not through the piles, but around the area. And it's only a 5-minute video, and give us a show of that, and from her point of view. So I'll be looking at piles and thinking, are they straight, or is the top plate, the plates on the piles, are they all dead straight? That's my thinking. Where she'll be more or less thinking, do the trees match the colour of the plates? You know, that kind of thing. Not quite that bad, but you know, you get the idea. And so it's her reflective moment in spring. And then the third one will be called T for 2. And again, it's a bit further on in the build. I think we've just done the sill plate, or in Russian Abvyaska, and she's showing that off. It was only a very short, it's only about a 3-minute video actually, and she's showing that off, and basically she's saying to her friends, look, this is what he's done so far. She's giving a build update and quick land tour for her friends. That's what it's for. And so that's the third video, and it's called A Moment in Spring, Through Her Eyes. They're all going to be through her eyes, that's the series called. And then the fourth video will be called, I'm not sure yet, I think it's Through Her Eyes, A Moment in Stare Russa, or a quiet Polish river in Stare Russa. I'm not sure on the title yet. But that one is me and her. We were in Stare Russa, and we were across the church when there's a big, oh God, wolf dogs rolling in the snow. What are you doing, eh? What are you doing? You silly old thing. What are you doing, eh? What are you doing? What are you doing rolling about? What are you doing, eh? What is that about, eh? What are you doing, eh? What are you doing, you silly old thing? Rolling around the snow, eh? What are you doing? So, anyway, so she's, that river, so basically if you follow the string, you'll see that the build is in Stare Russa. At the moment I'm in St. Petersburg this winter. Look at the beautiful view. I cannot get the perfect view in camera or on, this is phone camera and it looks okay, but as a photo it becomes, I've still not managed to capture it. I'm just not a photographer and I'm only learning, but by good I would like to capture this. But anyway, back to the video. So she recorded, we were up in Stare Russa. If you don't know, there's a major cathedral river, very big river, but slow moving, and it feeds into Lake Ilmen, which is about 12 kilometers away, and it runs through the centre of the town, and what's left of it is a viewing platform, and they put sort of glass fencing around it, borders around it. You're rolling in the snow again. What are you doing? And it looks it's gorgeous. It's nice and quiet, and it's a beautiful piece there. And we were just having a day off, and she was filming it, and there's a group of tourists there, and she shows the tourists and what have you. And it's just a lovely video. It's a lovely moment from her, you know. And so that's be coming out on the, I think it goes 15th of March or 19th of March, somewhere out in March anyway. I think I've got it scheduled in there. It's not quite finished yet. I've got the subtitles on the first one that she did, the wife tour. That wasn't great. There were machine subtitles. I quickly realised that this ain't going to work. The second one, it was machine titles plus a little bit of my subtitling. The third video is completely my subtitling. So capture the mood of the moment and try and translate. See, Russian's a very poetic language. You know, they say things like, you know, I don't know, I can't think, but they say things in a poetic kind of way, and it's hard to translate it into English. English is very Germanic and very straightforward, and it's hard to translate the exact meaning into it. So because of that, machine subtitles don't work so well. It gives you a direct translation. Well, a direct translation doesn't convey the meaning. It's hard to say. And so I'm doing a good evening from India. Oh, good evening to good morning from here. Said hi, hello, good morning sir, your walks always look awesome, enjoy. Thank you, Raw Melody 667. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. And so my video of arriving at the build site and look at the hut and the frame, see what's going on, see if anything's been damaged over the winter, see if anything's leaked in the hut, things like that. Show you how we live, where we live, blah blah blah, while we're on the build site. And that'll be purely my style of video. And then the week after will be her video, and her video will maybe do the same thing, but in her way, in a woman's way, rather than my methodical kind of military kind of way. So look at the beautiful blue sky there. Whoa, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous today? Have you got blue skies where you are? If you're from India, I would imagine you've got blue skies a lot there in India. Very beautiful India. We wanted to come to India, and it looks like we won't be able to come we hope to come to just finish my daily Russian lessons and all set to play with my new cordless power tools I brought yesterday. Oh, cordless power tools. That's man stuff, innit? Oh, power tools. Can't keep your hands off. If you don't know, next week is the first video that's coming out. The next video to come out is my video, and it's a bloopers video. It's coming out on Thursday. Every video will come out from now on Thursday at 3 p.m. Moscow time. Every time. That's the kind of grey skies in Ireland. Well, you know, Ireland, beautiful place. I lived in Ireland for a long time. Well, I lived in the north of Ireland for many years. I was 14 years there, so I know it very well. So, one other place I was in. A bit of a gypsy. I've been all over the place. But, so yeah, there's video bloopers coming out, and then this will be interesting to you, Raw Melody. This will be interesting to you. After the blooper video, my wife's video comes out. It's a moment in spring. For a week after that comes out, I'm working on it this week, hopefully, and it's a video about hacks for power tool batteries. So I'm a bit of an electronic guy, and I've discovered a couple of hacks you can do. There's actually 3 to make the batteries packs last a bit longer, but only for Chinese battery packs. I wouldn't do it to a real DeWalt battery or something like that. But there's a few hacks coming out. I'll show you them on YouTube. I'm kind of working on how I'm going to do it, because YouTube have this policy about not bypassing safety features in things, and especially with lithium batteries, they're really hot on it and can take your video down completely or partially block it and stuff. So take offending moments out, you know. So got to be careful what I can do, but I can show you things. I can allude to them, and then probably I might actually put out a circuit diagram. I'll have to draw one out, draw up a circuit diagram and put it on the Google Drive, so anybody wants it, they can get it. Exactly how I do these hacks. One of them is, I'm not going to spoil the video and tell you exactly what it is, but one of them is removing a certain component that stops it from cutting off, and then another one is so if you know about batteries in power tools, you know they have a BMS, a battery maintenance system, which is basically a charge system, so it gives an equal charge across the batteries. Well, there's a fatal flaw in the Chinese ones, and cause them to burn up. If you've already seen them, you end up replacing the BMS. There's a way around that, and I've got that. Nice. I brought a Parkside stuff. It's good sort of stuff, but cheaper than others. Comes with the year. Yeah, I mean, with Parkside, with a 3-year money-back guarantee, probably you'll find that the batteries aren't on the guarantee, because they've got they haven't got infinite life. But I can show you how to bypass things to make them go a bit better, a bit longer. There's another hack as well that will make them so you got the thing to stop them cutting off when they get hot and charge component you can remove. And there's another hack which is to protect the BMS circuits, to stop your batteries from fucking killing the BMS circuits. And then there's another hack as well, and I forgot what it is. Forgot myself what I was doing. Forgotten. There's 3 anyway that I come up with, and I can show you also probably how to replace the battery packs themselves. I'll probably do a video. It can be a techie video, but again, I've got to say, I've got to be careful with YouTube, because if I show you these hacks, it is bypassing safety features, and if you bypass safety features, it gets red flagged and your video can take down stuff. So don't want to do that. But I will do it. Parkside is pure shite. They sell it in Lidl here in UK. It's okay if you want chocolate tools. I mean, Parkside. I mean, you know, you ain't seen shit tools till you've been to Russia. That's all I can say. There's some real bad stuff here. Where are we? We are in Russia. Buda Hatosti. We're in Russia. This is Russia. This is St. Petersburg, Russia. There you go. We're in a forest just outside of St. Petersburg, about 12 kilometers outside. These are my daily live streams. I have a wolf dog. He's there. Come here, Wolfie. Come on then. Here's Wolfie coming. I'm sure he run at the camera, probably, because he performs the camera quite well now. Come on then. Show your face to the camera. Come on then. Come on then. Ah, a good boy. So that's my wolf dog. And He sees he was scared. See how he's, oh look, head down. He sees the other dog, head goes down straight into stalk mode. There he goes, classic wolf dog. I'm going to stalk the other dog, and he slow down. Head goes down, tail goes down into stalk mode. There we go. So most PF my gear is always default. Do you have a yes, bro? Most of my gear is default even. I just got even at a parks I haven't drove 5. Works like a dream. Still hasn't knocked out many walls. I have wolf dogs. Oh, you have wolf dogs. What have you got? These are not these. I've only got one. He is a, I believe, a Czechoslovakian wolf dog. I think that's where it is. They were basically bred by the Russian military as working dogs, and basically a neighbour had him. An old guy was given a pup, him, and he died, and so we got the dog when he was a year old. So unfortunately, we're stuck with him, and he's 4 years old now, but he's starting to change. I'm seeing spotting changing of colour. Check same, yeah. Я люблю тебя, Россия. Я тоже. Oh, that's your opinion, but I have my opinion. It's pure and utter. Cheapest of cheap gear. Cheapest of cheap gear. Yeah, you know. We know what's cheap and what's in Russia here. We have the problem in, you know, we're under sanctions obviously, and getting professional tools is a pain in the butt, let's say. And if you can get them, either batteries or copies or just pure fakes, or if you're going to get an original tool here, it comes through other places, like come through blooming, what do you call it, Dubai or somewhere, and they tend to be very, very expensive. So like what you'd pay, like, I mean, a little default screwdriver, hammer screwdriver, would cost, what, maybe, I don't know what the cost in the UK now, but whatever the price it is, you could pay double or triple here to get the same thing. So consequently, the market here is flooded with Chinese tools, and some of them are really awful. I bought a Chinese, it's a copy of a Makita saw, what do you call it, circular saw, and because my default on the build had broken, it's on one of the videos, so you'd have to hunt through the video series. In fact, series 2 it's very early on actually on series 2, but it broke. And I bought this Chinese thing, and oh my good God, what a piece of crap. It's supposed to be Makita, it's got Makita written on Makita tools. It ain't Makita, it's never been near a Makita factory. Closest it's been is to a printer that's printed off the name Makita. That's about as close as it's got to it, so you know, really crap. But the batteries, these generic batteries, they fit on everything. So I've got one of them spray guns for the antiseptic on the tool, and the batteries work on that very well. So, but they have a critical flaw in Chinese batteries, and that is they have a cutoff for if they get hot. It's supposed to be a protection, but it's way too much. It's hypersensitive, the protection. I want to say what it is, but I can't say on, because the live stream could get taken down. Come on this way. Come on, Jackie. Come on then. The live stream could get taken down, and also the video on replay could get taken down. Ah, the good boy. Come on then. Come on then. Get a face full of wolf dog. Ah. Come on then. Show me your face. Show me a wolf face. Ah. So, thanks, Cooper. It's an opinion based on facts. I have a default drill, and driver Parkside has limits but works because of a home use. Check wolf dog on Tamax scan did the Russian military. Ain't it called a Volksov? Volksov, yeah. Volksov is the name. So that's him. And what's the difference? I don't know about other wolf dogs, but him, come here, Jackie. Him is a bit elongated in the body. You can see that. I don't know if you can get him here. He's a bit elongated in the body. Carries his tail low most of the time. Goes straight into, as soon as he sees the dog, goes straight into stalk mode. Head goes down. Straight to stalk mode. Rather than an ordinary dog, is kind of happy, investigative, tail up, alert. Where he is more hunt, prey drive. Very much a prey drive dog. So, yeah. I personally wouldn't recommend having one, a wolf dog. Not especially if you've got kids around. There is an unpredictability about them, and they can be. They're very temperamental around touching their paws or the tail. So if you've got young kids and they touch the paws, they like to get a nip, and wouldn't have one around kids. They're not for they're not a joke. For light, where Caspian wolf breed with German Shepherds. Yeah, I believe that's kind of the way it went. I have wolf cats, feral cats. I tamed pure black and fur like Mike Minx. Ugh. To Northern Ireland, where they had the tailless cats, and same as Manx cats. I remember back when I was there. Wait, do you have to grumble? Do you have to grumble? Hey, look, we have to show who's boss, don't we? We have to say who's boss, don't we? Yeah? We have to show that I'm the wolf dog, I'm the boss, and that's it. And I have to be the only one who gets attention, the only one who gets played with, the only one who gets petted, and all the rest of it, innit? You bloody big jig thing, you. So, get it, Palky. Get it, Palky. Huh? Say, Palky. Get a stick. Palky, a stick. In Russian. Get it, Palky. Die. Die, Palky. Pull a stick off. Ah, you got one. Die, Palky. You've got it there, look. It's pulled off, you daft dog. Get a Palky. Die, Palky. You've pulled one off. Like, not big enough. You want to get a bigger one. Come on then, get it then, get it then. Get a Palky. Die, Palky. Come on then. I'll go growling at it. Come on then. No, you shoot it up. Come on then. But so yeah. Wolf cats. Sure. Cooper, sure I don't. About people laughing at me. I'm not insecure. Check wolf dog breed with Eurasian wolf. Yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure what the wolves are. Not sure. But what I do know is they were bred for the Russian military. That's all I know about it. I'm an ex-military dog handler. I was a search dog handler, so I've sort of got a sight for dogs. I can spot traits in a dog and traits in a wolf dog. You know. That's kind of my thing. You'll see a picture of me with a dog somewhere. I think I've got a picture of me with a wolf, with a ordinary dog somewhere, working dog. Maybe. But I was on spaniels and Labradors rather than wolf dogs. Yeah, had a good boy. The trouble with wolf dogs is you can get she's quite long in the body. The trouble with wolf dogs is you can get if it's coming from not a proper breed, a proper rugger, you can get a high mix of wolf, and then they become bloody unpredictable. And he's predictable in rolling in snow, aren't you? Eh? Yeah, we're rolling snow. That's very predictable. Arse in the air, rub your head in the snow. What are you doing? Eh? What are you doing? What are you doing? So, okay, no problem. What's the names? That right? Oh, it's embarrassment to call the names. So this one, Arctic, or Archik, or I call him Articulated, and that one, the wolf dog, is called Jackie. My wife not like the name Jackie Chan, so he got the name Jackie. Jackie Chan, Kung Fu dog. He should have been something like Fang or Thor or Odin or something, shouldn't he? But no, he got Jackie Chan as his name. It's women for you. But, they're dead under there, probably. So yeah, Fang became Jackie Chan. But we didn't know he was a wolf dog when we got him. We thought it was just he was only a year old. We had no idea. And his papers were actually marked German Shepherd. And so officially it's a German Shepherd, but he's not really. You see where he is. And he's starting to come through in wolf colours as well. It's hard to spot him, but he's starting to spot now. Around the back end and around his face is getting spots. On his body is getting spots. The only small spots at the moment. White hair's coming through, silver hair's coming through. A bit of brown coming through. Hard to spot on camera. He looks just black, like a black dog. But it is coming through very slowly. And he's 4 years old, so I'm expecting that he will go silver, probably. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I hope not, but here we go. Fair bit of snow in there, man. Yeah, there is do you think there's I can show you. We're about half if you walk in there, you're at half a metre of snow. I ain't going there, not for a live stream. But it's, yeah, we had a lot of snow this year. It's only about -8 today. The sun's out, it's very nice. It has been cold recently. Yesterday was about -12. The day before was hit -24 at night. I was out doing a live stream at -24, and I managed 17 minutes before I had to retreat and back into the house. Still warm. I couldn't do it. So stepping over that snow gate is that deep. I'm not stepping over that. No way. No way. That's a light fluffing. There's actually, look at the amount of snow on the tree. What happened is, normally in St. Petersburg, you get hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It's rising, lowering temperatures all the time, all winter. And so you get this melt ice. This kind of thing. You get these like weird layered snows with a layer of ice, layer of snow. And it very rarely stays on trees like that. And what's happened is, because we had that massive snowstorm, and it froze at the same time, the snow froze the trees. So it's created this, and you can see there, and you can see through here, snow on all the trees. I don't know if I can. I'll get a bit closer here and show you. I'm not sure it's going to pick this up on camera so well, but this thing I've seen all year. No, most non-Russian thing. Well, I mean, there you go. How's that? How's that? I mean, you know, I can show you Russian things, but this is reality about Russia. It's quite different from what the media portrays. They portray that Russia is some kind of dark, terrible place where we have a dictatorship and there's no food in the shop. There's no toilets, of course, and the Russian army is attacking Ukraine with shovels. And the latest silliness is that Russia using horses for their army. I mean, whatever. And they produce some AI horses, haven't they? So I'm not showing any of that nonsense. I'm showing you real life here. Real life as a English guy who came to Russia 15 years ago, long before the Ukraine thing. And I'm showing you what real life is here. If you look at the build, I'm doing a solo build in Novgorod, in a place called Staraya Russa. That's not a fake AI build. It's not a secret camera crew pretending to build a cabin in one day. There's none of that. It's a real solo build, myself, on my own, with a little bit of help sometimes from the wife, whatever. But generally, 99% solo build. You can see the videos, you can see what I've done. I'm not doing any fakery here, no fake nonsense. And I'm showing you real Russia, I'm not showing you fakery nonsense. For the live stream, sometimes I go to shop and I'm showing you inside the Russian shops. You know, myth busting about sanctions, about I've not got anything to eat, whatever. Oh, rubbish. You know, so I don't get political very much. I try and avoid politics. That's the view up the road there, by the way. So this is, so if you don't know where, I suppose for new people who have not seen my live streams, where I am. So this is just outside St. Petersburg, about 12 kilometers. This is the forest that I live in here in St. Petersburg, but it's a fake forest. It looks nice, doesn't it? It looks beautiful. Especially up there. There's a lovely view up there. And through this bit, it's beautiful. But it's a fake forest. I don't mean fake as in AI forest. I mean fake as in, it's not designated as a forest. And if you notice the trees here, if you notice any of the trees, none of them are huge, thick trees. They're all thin trees. And the reason is that 35 years ago, this place was flattened off for building purposes. And basically, these are all building plots that have not been used. And it's just returned to forest over the 30 odd years. There's a few thicker ones in there, but generally, thin trees everywhere. And it's because it's returned to forest from building plots. And as urbanisation creeps in here, this is all going to disappear. This will all, I think there's something like 300 houses going to plan for this area here where I'm stood now. Up there and another X amount up there. There's probably 1,000 houses going to go into this forest here. So, you know, it'd be shocking to see it slowly disappearing. And it is slowly disappearing. If you look down there, there's a public banyo down there. There's another house over there. When I first came here, we were the only people in the forest full time. There was a couple of dachas, rundown dachas, that people used in the summer. But full timers, we were the only people here. So it was a very complete, quiet forest. There was just our house. The house over there wasn't there. And none of it down there was there. That side of the forest, by the way, is up. If you went along up there and through over to the next road, is absolutely full with houses now. It's completely filled up with the last sort of remaining bit. You've just described Ireland. Over the last 5 years, I've seen a different presentation of Russia and Russian people. They seem honourable, stern and respectful. I mean, how could I describe? I mean, people demonise, the media demonises Russians and Russian people. But really, I mean, didn't the British do it to Ireland? Didn't we demonise the Irish, you know? It's just the same kind of way. Really, people are people everywhere. There's good and bad everywhere. There's some right proper dickheads in Russia, and there's some beautiful people as well. And I could say that about any country in the world. You know, for Britain to go on, you know, the way they're carrying on about Ukraine, a bit politically, about Ukraine, when reality is Britain is the worst occupier and colonist nation that's ever been on the earth. You know, they really are hypocrites into the highest order. You know, they're still not giving Ireland the vote for independence. You know, all right, they partitioned it. Why have they not had a referendum on unification and stop the war, stop the terrorists and let people get on with their lives? You know, they're still hanging out not to do it, you know. Partition a country. Divide and rule, classic British tactic. Very wrong, in my opinion. And I was in the army, I was in 17 years, I was 12 years in Ireland. I understand the situation there, and it's terrible that the way it was. You know, hopefully we'll have peace now, you know. Communist troglodytes, Liberté, Media Online, me online, Liberté, communist troglodytes. Well, am I communist? Nope. Jackie, come here. Car down there, don't want him chasing that. Come on. There's a bugger for chasing cars. Come on, this way. Come on then. We're going up here. Come on then. Come on then, Jackie. Come on then. He's looking at me thinking it's time to go home. It's time to lay by the fire. You know, communist. I don't know if calling me a communist troglodyte or something. I am English by birth, but living my life in Ireland. So I threw the propaganda boss. Yeah. No, there you've got it. You can see it. Communist troglodyte. Am I a communist troglodyte? What's a communist troglodyte? Well, see, people say Russian and think commie, reds under the bed and all that. Sorry to inform people, but Russia hasn't been communist for over 30 years. Berlin came down what year? 90 something. I've even forgotten. You know, people say the KGB's out to get you. They're following you. You know, come on. There's no KGB. Hasn't been for 30 years. You know, way out of date. As for communism, no. Socialist, yes, very much so. I've always been socialist. I believe in the people rather than the state and the rich. So I'm surprised nobody said there's a bear behind you yet. Nobody asked me about the bears. There is no bears here. There's no wolves here. There's nothing here. It's dead forest. It's been hunted out to extinction. Like I say, it's building plots, and it's going to disappear. It's going to disappear. We break my heart to see it disappear. But that's why we're building a new place, Novgorod. If you're interested in that, come on, Jackie, come on in. So if you're interested in that, the build up there is very different area, very quiet area, beautiful place. I've found, it took me a long time to find that plot of land up there. And up there most certainly is wolves, bears and everything else up there. Very different place to St. Petersburg. But anyway, I was just saying in chat for fun to bait out the commies, and I prove my point. Demonized war in heaven falling angels. Commies, and I prove my point. What point did you prove? And what's the point? What is the, you know, you made? I mean, generally communists are generally proud to be communists, so you're not calling it. I've never heard of a secret commie. You know what I mean? If you've got a communist, they're usually proud to be communists. So calling them out is a bit silly. But anyway, there you go. But anyway, that's my take on it. What are your thoughts on the slaughter in Ukraine and massive deaths of Russian soldiers? Well, Tony Bard 9187. There's deaths in both sides, admittedly, but the proportion is way in Russia's favour. by a long way. And no matter what you see in the newspapers, if it wasn't that way, why is Ukraine retreating? Ask yourself, why? If they're retreating, they've lost all this time. They're losing by the thousands of kilometres per day. Ask yourself why that is. You need to, looks like a shithole. Why didn't you move to the Philippines like you said you was going to? Who's going to move to the Philippines? I'm not going to the Philippines. Probably I was talking about expat life in different places, and the Philippines seems to be a popular place. But anyway, I like the Russian word for nurse. Doesn't nurse translate as honey sister or something like that? Nurse? Nope. Nope. Nurse would be medsistra, male or female, which is nothing to do with honey is miod, and sister is sister. So no. Where do you get your news? My news. Where do I get my news? Lots of sources, but I'm not a political commentator. You understand? I'm showing you live from Russia. I'm not showing you the political side of Russia. I've got my opinions, obviously, but I'm not going to go into a political rant. That's not my thing. If you want heavy politics, you want me to say all Ukrainians are bad and all Russians are great, you're not going to get it here. I've already said 1,000 times, Russia is not full of rainbows and unicorns in the forest. I've said that, a million times. And I've also said Ukraine is not full of unicorns and rainbows. But you've got to remember, something you've got to remember, I mean, from the West, if you don't understand this, it's hard for me to get this through. Russia, Ukraine, Belarus are the same damn people. I have family in Western Ukraine, I have family in Russia, I have family in Belarus. We're all related. Everybody has family in all these countries. It's a terrible disaster, this war. And the quicker it's over, the better. Can you answer my question? What was your question? Repeat it quickly so I can say it. I thought miod was honey, yeah. So miod is honey, yeah, but not med. Miod, different thing. Medical or medinsky is medical. It's not miod. So still miod. So it's like a U with double I above it. It's brother killing brother. Yeah, it is terrible war. And the quicker Zelensky is put down in his place and removed the quicker, and he's on borrowed time. And I mean, if Ukraine's so bloody great, why haven't they held elections in 2 years? The president's out of date, past his mandate. Ask yourself that. Why aren't they giving the people? Because I know why they won't do it. Because you're seeing it everywhere. Ukraine pulling people off the street and sending them to the front line with very little or no training. No wonder they're getting killed by the bloody millions. And Jackie Chan, come on then. Come on, Jackie. Come on, Chick. If you don't know, you can take my word for it, not, Ukraine is a sovereign nation, though not Putin's country, correct? Nope. Ukraine is a sovereign nation. Ukraine wasn't invented. You mean... So, Tony, listen. I guess your first name's Tony, right? Ask yourself this question, right? Think carefully. Don't say it's my propaganda. Think carefully. Why did Ukraine bomb its own civilian population in Donbass for 8 years? And why did the West ignore it? Why wasn't UN sent for 8 years? Not for 6 months, not for a few weeks, not for a few days. 8 years they did that. Ask yourself, is that right? And you'll wonder why Russia took action. Ask yourself that. And if you can't answer that, answer this. Where were your protests when Ukraine was bombing its own people in Donbass for 8 years? Where were your protests? You weren't protesting, were you? Because you didn't know anything about it. You're just following the news now. You don't know the history of the war or anything. Do you know that the first airstrike in Ukraine, the first airstrike on the civilian town of Donbass in the center, and it was caught on damn camera, was by Ukraine against its own people? That's a lie? Go find it on YouTube. I don't need to show it to you. Yes, I'm angry about it. But anyway. Ringies. Well, says. You have some interesting takes on Ukraine. You seem propagandized. I'm not propagandized, Sonny. I can see the truth. I've got friends from Donbass, for goodness sake. We've got family in Western Ukraine. We've got family in Belarus. That's not propaganda. That's getting it from the horse's mouth. I don't need to propagandize. I know what's happening. You know, just because you're fed a lot of shite from the mass media about Russian attacking with shovels and riding on horseback and with no toilets and all that, you fed all that shite that you want to believe in. That's your own fault. Go get some real independent media. Find it out. You know. Is this really the place you people come to change world troubles here? Night at walking dogs. So we'll talk about peace. Russia had taken part of the Donbass. Russia had taken part. No, I hadn't taken part of the Donbass. I'm not. He's Tony. For those people who don't know, Tony is trolling me. It's what they call baiting me, trolling me, baiting me into answers, getting me to talk politics. And the reason is because he's probably got a very small penis and finds it difficult to masturbate. You know, and that's probably the reason for it. He's frustrated, you know. So, but just to tell you, trolls are actually good for my YouTube channel, because what happens is the YouTube algorithm picks up interaction with the live stream, and what that does, it pushes the live stream out further on. So I always welcome trolls. You do a good job. Thank you. So you know, it's you're not asking questions, Tony. You're just trying to bait me, and you're not going to work. I'm too old, and Russia and Ukraine are the same but different culture. No, basically the same culture as well. There's not much difference in it. You know, so I'll tell you some things about culture that you didn't know. If you go to Russia and you're drinking at a table, say it's a wedding party or a party, and you're having bottles of wine and stuff, when the bottle's empty, you put it on the floor. Okay, you don't leave an empty bottle on the table. That's a tradition. If you go to Ukraine, exactly the same tradition. If you go to Belarus, exactly the same tradition. You probably find in other parts of Eastern Europe as well. Very same culture, no difference. Similar thing, no whistling in the house. Same in all three countries, same culture. It's a Slavic culture, it's the same people, you know. I bit of pushback and you lose. I don't lose my shit. It's, he finds it difficult because his mum watches. Ukraine bomb Russia's little green men Donbass. Oh God, we're going into politics. God, I don't want to do it. Leave me alone. Yeah, you know, you're talking rubbish and whatever, and it's, you know, it's a turn off, innit? Nobody wants to read your rubbish. You know, anybody who comes to my live streams knows, they all know what I'm doing. I'm showing you something, you know. You know, what country are you from? You tell me, Daisy. Sometimes, you know, English got the same folk, but different. Yeah. So you know, there's massive cultural similar. Oi, car, come on, Jackie. I'm not going to go down there with the car there. We've got a thing about chasing cars. Come on. I don't want to put him in an opportunity to do that, because people get, oh, it's gone now. So here we go. So yeah, culture is very similar, very similar, and it's great. Go on, you. What was I saying anyway? You know, I'm showing you Russia. I'm not showing the political side. I'm not in Donbass. I can't show you. I'm not going to Donbass or anywhere near it. What I can say is, I hope for peace, because people have been killed on both sides. People have been maimed on both sides. Civilians displaced, and all the rest of it. And I don't want to see it. I want peace. I want to be able to. I was in Kiev before the war. I was in Mukachevo in Ukraine before the war. And I want to see peace. I don't want to see anybody getting maimed and killed. That's really what's most important. Oh, really? No whistling. No wonder the Eastern Europeans look at me. No, not whistling at work, but whistling inside your house. It's whistling house means it's a tradition that you won't get money. You won't be rich. That sort of thing. So yeah, there's lots of little things like that. I probably forgot half of them. You know, but things I do automatically now. I've been here a long time, and I wouldn't think about it probably. The cultural differences between English and Russian is very little, actually. There's not much in it. We laugh at the same jokes, you know. You know, although humour is difficult to translate, it's bloody near nigh on impossible. But saying that, some things do translate, you know. Anyway, what dogs you got? So, bro, just because of your dogs. Thank you. Dogs are on the live streams every day. I walk at night. I do a night walk here as well. Basically, I've got to walk them, and as this place gets urbanised, there's more traffic, and so I walk them in the day or in the early morning, so there's no cars coming, and I do it at night time when there's no cars about, because there's a banya down there, a public banya down there through the forest as it becomes urbanised. And we're getting a bit more traffic here now, so that's why I do it that way. But there we go. People in England think all the Irish are alcoholics. That's just not true. Some Irish are drug addicts. I hate stereotypes. Yeah, I mean, I take people as I find them, you know. There's good and bad in everywhere. That's what I can say. You know, Russia's not full of rainbows and unicorns running around the forest. You know, and it's also not full of bears and people swilling vodka, you know. There's also, we do have toilets and you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, take people to find. I've been all over the world actually, and you know, pretty much people are the same wherever you go. They want to have their family, they want to have their job, they want to have their holiday once a year, and they want to live in peace, as every decent person would, wouldn't they? Nobody wants to be fighting their neighbour and killing people. And we can only pray that this war is over, and hopefully, thank God, it looks like there's some real progress coming now in Abu Dhabi. And are you in Russia? Yes, this is Russia, Danny one. This is just outside of St. Petersburg, about 12 kilometres outside. Follow the live streams. On Monday, probably, I will be going to Krasny Selo again. Probably will be Spike, probably doing a live stream from there most of the day. So have a look up there, it should be good. And keep us active. Because these live streams are sort of basically the YouTube channel, and the YouTube, I can't produce build videos in this, you know, I'm not there. I'm in Siberia, not in Novgorod, so the live streams are kind of supplement and to the channel. Just like, I mean, who'd ever thought walking a dog would be interesting people, though some people find it interesting. They like to see the snow and the beautiful sky and the sun through the trees and the beautiful view up there, you know, so who wouldn't? I like it myself, so, you know, unless you're kind of sort of madman, why wouldn't you like it? But Novgorod is very beautiful, and I can't wait to show you in the summer up there. I will be doing a lot of live streaming up there. Very, very beautiful town. Very quiet. There's my neighbour coming out, yeah, so that's the way it is. Find something to fix. Привет, привет. So thank you, Daniel. Thank you for subscribing. All subscribers are valuable. Everything's valuable, and hopefully I'll give you some better quality content as time goes on, and better live streams and all the rest of it. Especially from Novgorod, where I think it's much nicer. It's a quieter place altogether, away from this forest that's becoming urbanised to death. So for now, I'm out of here, and I'll see you all again in the next live stream.